The Pentagon has decided that they are going to scare the shit out of all reasonable people in the United States and Russia and escalate even further with Russia. So the Hill reports that the Pentagon is making a show of force in the Black Sea to counteract Russian influence. So here we go. Here we go. See, this is a gigantic story. Nobody's talking about it. And this is why I'm so frustrated. Because you know where the Black Sea is? It's by Russia. It's by Russia. It's by Russia. So what the fuck makes the U.S. think, well, we can go to Russia's doorstep and do a show of force and have our fucking Navy in the sea, and that's totally fine. Could you imagine Russia was in the Gulf of Mexico right now, or Russia was off the coast of New York, or their Navy? Can you imagine what the reaction would be? The reaction would be, whoa, are we going to war? Get the guns ready. Everybody get the guns ready. Let's fucking get the fighter jets ready. Let's get, our defensive systems up and ready. Maybe do an evacuation of New York because there's Russian fucking boats that are a few miles off the fucking coast. That's what our reaction would be. But when we do it to them, it's viewed as, by definition, defensive, even though it's by their border. By definition, defensive and totally normal standard operating procedure. You don't fucking get it. You don't fucking get it. We're rolling the dice with World War III. That's not hyperbolic. That's not hyperbolic. That's not Kyle's fucking crazy conjecture. When you do a NATO buildup on Russia's border, you do fucking regular, now we have boats all over the place in fucking, right by Russia's border in the sea. You arm Ukrainian rebels. You sanction them like every other day. What do you think's going to happen? You think this will all work out? We just need to be more aggressive and more inflammatory, and then there won't be a reaction in kind. Of course there's going to be. So you keep fucking slowly tumbling towards Armageddon, and the entire time we all act like there's not even a story. There's not even a story here to most people. This isn't even a story. Go turn on CNN. Go turn on MSNBC. The only Russia coverage you're going to get is, oh my God, they're fucking influenced our election. That's all you're going to get because of Twitter trolls. But is anybody having a substantive debate about the how intelligent it is to put our fucking military and our Navy right in the sea, right by their border? Oh, man. And now the fact that I come out here and I say I'm against this, you know what that means, right? People will spin it as, you're pro-Putin. Yeah, I'm pro-Putin in the same way I was pro-Saddam when I thought, hey, not a good idea to go into Iraq. Seems like it's a pretty fucking stupid idea. The argument that was used against the people who said, don't do that, they said, why are you in favor of Saddam? Don't you understand he's a dictator and he does terrible things? I guess you don't think he does terrible things. I guess you don't think he's a dictator. Look at these crazy fucking leftists. Look at these crazy leftists who don't think Saddam's a menace. That's not what we said. We said he's a dictator, he's a menace, and we shouldn't go in and topple him because it's not our place, it's not our business, and he didn't do anything against us. Those are different arguments. But the only way that the other side can win that debate is to just smear us. Lie, straw man, you must be pro-Putin. No, I'm not fucking pro-Putin. I'm massively, colossally against Putin. He's an authoritarian menace. I'm against Kim Jong-un. He's an authoritarian menace. They can't even turn the fucking lights on at night in North Korea. He's got concentration camps, for fuck's sake. Does that mean we should fucking launch the missiles now and attack them? No, it doesn't mean that. Because we have to be intelligent, number one. And number two, we have to have a standard of when to use violence. My standard is self-defense. Because that's the only standard I can come up with that makes sense. So Russia's not about to attack us. What the fuck are you talking about? They're not about to attack us. Why are you putting our ships in their waters? And you're like, it's so selfish as well. Because it's like playing willy-nilly with the lives of millions of people. Regular people who wake up in the U.S. and go to work and fucking come home and feed their kids. And in Russia, same goddamn thing. And regular people were pawns in a fucking grand scheme of a war and an escalation that's unfolding right in front of our eyes. God damn it. Everybody needs to speak out against this. We're right on Russia's border, and we keep escalating. Now we have our ships in the sea right by them. And as terrible as Vladimir Putin is, and he is, what do you think this is viewed as? Is this viewed as, oh, it's the lovely Americans coming to be, friends with us? No, it's viewed as, oh, you're escalating. You're looking like you want to topple me. What happens when you put somebody in a corner like that? How do they react? How does any human being react when you put them in a corner like that? They lash out. And then if/when Russia lashes out, it'll be painted as, they're obviously the aggressors. Ignore the fact that we've been building up NATO on their border, we arm the Ukrainian rebels, we sanction them nonstop, and now we have fucking our Navy right in the Black Sea by them. It'll still be viewed as, we are 100% defensive by definition, even when we're not. And they are 100% offensive by definition, even when they're not. And then again, the fact that I'm pointing out this fact, people will go pro-Putin. Well, go ahead. Have your smears and have your straw men all day long, and I hope you have fun with that. But at the end of the day, people see through it. People see through that, and people on the left know what's going on here, and they're fighting back against it valiantly.